Hey guys, and welcome to our next boss guide video. In this video, we'll be covering Tachibana in the Spirit Stone Slumbers mission. As normal, we'll start by discussing the boss's abilities and then finish by talking about the recommended gear choices. And without further delay, let's hop in.
So it opens with a cutscene.
This boss has a fairly standard set of humanoid abilities. In my time fighting him, I only found that he had 5 main attacks that you truly want to look out for. The first attack we'll discuss is his double overhead attack. This ability has a fairly easy tell, as the boss will typically buff his weapon with electricity before casting it. This attack will deal high-end damage with electricity-based damage as well, so it is recommended not to block and rather to avoid this attack by rolling to the left or to the right of the boss. Do not attempt to roll into this attack, as you will likely be caught off guard. The next main attack that you want to look for is his double slam. The boss will jump into the air and strike the ground with his sword. If the player is within close enough range or struck by this first attack, he will follow it up with a second, more powerful slam. The easiest way to avoid this is to simply roll in reverse away from the boss, and this will likely cause the boss to not do the second slam at all. The next attack to look for is the quad slash attack. This attack also has a very easy tell, as the boss will move his sword in a circular motion, showing that he is buffing it. Then take a leap back. After he does this, you only have a split second to evade. The easiest and most recommended way to deal with this attack is to simply sprint in the opposite direction, as he will charge at the player and attack with great haste. The fourth attack to look for is his grapple. The boss will raise his right facing arm into the air and will become lit with a dark red flame. The easiest way to avoid this is to take a simple step back. In my footage, I was never actually hit by this attack, so I cannot say exactly how much damage it will deal, but I can say it does cost him a considerable amount of Kai. So after the boss casts this ability, you can usually sprint up to him and land 2 to 3 hits in succession without receiving any consequence. And the final ability that I recommend looking out for is when he casts his Guardian Spirit, which is a small green dog. The Guardian Spirit will sit in place for a few moments and then sprint directly at the player. This attack will not track, but it is very fast and will instantly slow the player for a short amount of time. The easiest way to deal with this is to simply sprint strafe in one direction or another. That wraps it up for abilities, so let's now talk about equipment. For this boss fight, I recommend using the heavier armor tier. While your agility may be at a lower grade than you're used to, if you're struck by any of the boss's attacks, in my opinion, you'll take considerably less damage, as the boss usually chains many attacks together. My only other recommendation for this fight as far as gear goes is to equip as many lightning resistant relics as possible. As far as recommended strategies go for this boss fight, I recommend using the katana in low stance along with the kick ability. Getting in a few attacks followed by the kick seemed to work the best for me. The majority of the damage dealt to the boss was from the high damage grapple attacks, so watching the boss's Kai bar is of the utmost highest priority, as he will usually use attacks that put him into the red bar status quite regularly. That about sums it up for this boss guide video. As always, if you guys have any questions, do leave me a comment below and I'd be happy to chat with you about this great game. If you folks found this video useful, please do give me a like and maybe hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with my latest videos. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Whoa, he's got a triple shot bow? That's awesome. I want that. I am the chosen one!